So I got a call one day from Gerald Busby, who was the president over at MCA Records at the time, and he said, "What's going on, man?" I said, "What's going on?" He said, "I don't need a new edition without Ralph Tresvant." I said, "What are you talking about? I'm not going nowhere." He said, "Well, the group just left out of here, man. They got Johnny Gill and the stuff." I was like, "What?"
Fatman scoop.
You know, that hit me like, what the hell's going on? So, long story short, he wanted me to do another album. He said, "Well, if you're gonna do something else, man, just give me one more as with the new edition at least before we start branching down that avenue with you. And I promise you, I'll make sure that we get that done, and we'll do that. But I need another NE album, and I need you to be a part of it. We're bringing in Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and da 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 da." So I said, okay. All of those things was exciting to me. And so I went down to Minneapolis, still not understanding anything about what was popping with Johnny, except for what Gerald had told me. And when I got there, Johnny was there. And, you know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they could sense something was wrong. So they sat us in a room one day and was like, what's going on, man? You know, this tension is too thick. We can cut it with a knife. And so got into it. Well, I'll tell you what's wrong. I didn't know we were supposed to be bringing somebody else in. I knew Johnny was supposed to be here and this, that, and the other. And it went down like that. We got through all of that, got through the room. It was basically, you didn't tell Ralph you had a new singer, you had another member. He didn't know about this, and Johnny was on the other side with his eyes wide open. Y'all didn't tell this brother? Like, y'all just bringing me into this mess like this, and y'all ain't mentioned nothing to to this man. So we got past all of that. Me and Johnny got to the room one day, and pretty much that's like the movies, like it was in the NE story. We got to the room later on that night or sometime that week, maybe a couple days later or so. We sat down with each other and we was talking. And he asked me, he said, "What have I got myself into, man?" That's, I said, "Welcome to New Edition, man," basically. And ever since then, man, Johnny been cool as ice. We've been real cool. Yeah.
Now, when you hear this, you get the call from Gerald Busby, and you hear that news. Obviously, you're angry. Who is the first person? Because back then, you couldn't just pick up a cell phone. You got to run somewhere and pick up a phone or whatever. Who's the first person that you call and approach about that? Who's the first person that because obviously you're hot. Who's the first person you come to?
I called the producers that I was working with on the solo project. Like, man, let's go hard body. Let's put it together. Let's put our own money behind it. Let's get this, and then we was bringing in Cornell Brown, bringing in people who owned skyscrapers in Massachusetts. It's like, and they was ready to roll a bank. They was ready to put the Brinks truck up to the project and make it happen. So I went there with it. I wouldn't just channeled all of that to, okay, that's how y'all want to do me. I'm going to go out here and make sure I carve my avenue as an individual so that I don't have to worry about whatever goes down on there. I figured it was going to come back around because when I heard Joe say what he had to say, it was real. It's like, this is what's going on. This is how we put these New Edition records together. We're not just shelving that and trying some new thing. I don't want to put the money behind that. And most people wouldn't have. So I said, well, what I'm going to do is get at some time and let me call my mans and them up and let's put this project together. This time it was for real. That wasn't my intention, but this time it was like, I want to go out here and do my own thing, carve my own lane before I don't know what these guys might do down in the future. So let me get my stuff together.
Go to Fatman Scoop on Instagram or Instagram TV to see the full interview.